Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking it out. If you like this video and you like my content, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and click that bell so that you will be notified when I put out some new content and new videos, maybe some more information that you will be able to gather for your own reselling business. So today we're going to get straight into it. I am going through 4 shipping mistakes that I've made personally in my eBay online reselling business. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and not have to repeat these same mistakes. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Number 1 is a really common mistake I feel like a lot of people make. So we're going to get it out of the way first, is not weighing your items. And be sure to weigh your items also with the packing materials, especially if you're using a corrugated box. So what I mean is when you first are listing the item, if it's of questionable weight or if it's right on the cusp of maybe being a pound or maybe it's under a pound, which determines whether or not an item can go first class, we'll touch on that later. Be sure that you weigh it. Now, I don't have a fancy scale. I have a very old-fashioned food scale. Put the food on it and it pushes it down and tells you how much it weighs. I go up in increments of ounces because that's what the eBay USPS page, you can't do half ounce. So you don't have to get really particular and, get down to a quarter of an ounce or anything. You just need to round up to the closest ounce. So be sure that you're weighing your items, because nothing would suck more than selling an item and realizing that you thought it was 8 ounces and it's like a pound 2 ounces and it's not going to go first class. Or that, I thought this might weigh a pound or 2, but turns out it's 4-pound item and it's going to cost me $10 or $15 to ship, or I don't know. These are arbitrary numbers, but the important thing is to be sure and weigh your items, all right? Second thing we're going to talk about is a mistake that I made. Okay, so I was trying to print a shipping label from my home and realized I was out of ink. So no problem. I know that I can get back into eBay and print the label again later. I went to the post office, but I wasn't able to go to the post office until the next day to print the label. Just some things happened, I wouldn't have even clicked to print the label had I known that I wasn't going to be able to get somewhere to print it. So the next day I go to the post office and my label won't print. And so after searching around on Google and on eBay and, searching the wise internet, I determined and I found out that if you click to populate a printing label, and then you have to print it within 24 hours on eBay. You cannot reprint a label after 24 hours. So I was at like 25, 26 hours, and I actually had to petition the USPS for a refund on this label. It is up to USPS whether or not they give you a refund. Do not click to print that label unless you know for a fact that you will be able to print that label, because learn from my mistakes. It was 24 hours later. I had to pay twice for the postage and wait about 15 days, and they did end up reimbursing me. So I just clicked that the postage was destroyed because it was like a list of drop downs for why you needed to reprint the label. So anyway, be sure that you print those labels off after you purchase them on eBay within 24 hours. The number 3 thing would be not taking advantage, not using first class. I can't tell you how many times I probably had mailed shirts and lightweight items that are under a pound and used like a flat rate envelope or something. And if it's under a pound, guys, if it's under 16 ounces, it can go first class. And with the eBay discounts, you can mail things as low as $2.66, which really enables you to either use free shipping or just offer $3 shipping. Most of the time buyers, look at that as like you've discounted the shipping or something, and there's still a little bit of buffer there to allow to pay for your envelopes and things. So definitely, please weigh that item. If it's under 16 ounces, now that needs to include the package, not just the t-shirt up on a scale and it's 15.5 ounces, because you're going to have your poly mailer, you're going to have tape, you're going to have the paper from the actual the shipping label. You're going to also likely probably have a thank you card, thank you stickers, things like this. So be sure that you weigh everything together. And if it's under 16 ounces, please take advantage of that first class shipping, because Lord knows we pay enough to ship. Okay, and the 4th and final thing that I want to tell you guys real quickly, hopefully you can learn from my mistake, is okay, so I am in real conversational with the folks at our post office, and one of the postal workers there told me once, the weight or the size of the box is as important as the weight, because we were talking about different size boxes, and we were talking about, an item that was kind of bulky, but it didn't weigh a whole lot, and it wasn't a big deal. That is true up to a certain degree. I had a very large stuffed animal, like a large, you guys might remember in one of my past videos, it was this large Disney princess pony. Well, when it came down to shipping that, guys, if it's over like 12 inches in length, width, or any dimension, if it's over 12 inches, it goes to be an oversized package. And we went from like $10 shipping to like $24 shipping. Yeah. So what I did, in case you do ever come in contact with trying to ship a really large item, I actually got one of those vacuum bags from the Dollar Tree. I stuffed that pony in there and I vacuumed all the air out of it like nobody's business with a shop vac. And I was able to shove that into a much smaller package, a much smaller box, because it was going to eat almost my entire profit to be able to ship him in a box where he was not flattened out. The buyer was thrilled with the way that I'd packed the item. It did certainly preserve that pony until he got to where he was going. But let me just tell you, the package does matter after a certain, and I want to say it was after 12 inches. After 12 inches, because I was all happy. I went and got this big, huge box to put him in. You know, he doesn't weigh anything. He's like pillow, you know, feather light. He's a stuffed animal. No. He was over 12 inches in length. And guys, it matters. Be sure that on those items, you know, buyers are usually pretty understanding that like a breakable item might cost a bit more to ship, and a large stuffed animal or something might cost a bit more to ship. So I mailed a coffee mug out today, got $8 for the coffee mug, $10 shipping. So they were willing to pay more for shipping than for the mug. It did cost me every bit of like $7.50 or so to mail it, not counting my supplies and materials. So it was pretty close to the $10 to mail a coffee mug. Be sure that you're calculating the shipping and you are you know, taking advantage of all of the options out there, discounts, and okay, I'm just gonna throw in a fifth, maybe I'll just title this 5, a fifth bonus thing that I learned. I can't believe how long it took me selling on eBay before I started using the eBay shipping. And guys, there are discounts on there. Like, you get a discount just for printing your label. You know, and I still take my items to the post office afterwards because I want to know that they were scanned. But just from printing your label off of eBay, you get a discount. Why would you not do that? You know, if I'm selling, you know, even 20 items a month and I'm getting, you know, 10 cents a piece, you're saving a couple bucks. So my discounts sometimes can be a couple dollars on items that I'm selling. So be sure that you're printing your labels from the eBay platform. All right, I hope you guys learned something. Comment below and let me know some of your shipping hacks. I want to learn from your mistakes too. God bless you guys.